What is going on, everybody? This is Rawstarr, and of course, I'm joined my co-host CW.
Hey.
And you're currently listening to The Misfit Effect. Today, we have the distinct pleasure, honor, privilege of having a very amazing woman on today. She has been in many of movies. She's been nominated for many awards. It includes Urban X Best Female Website, the Alt Porn Award Show XBiz, Europea. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. She's been in Hustler, Taboo, Men's Only, Razzle, Fiesta. I mean, she's really doing a lot, and right now she's doing a contest that you can send your junk in on her OnlyFans. Matter of fact, this will air on Monday since today's Monday. Today is currently Thursday. So if you listen to this right now, I mean you have one full day to go over there, subscribe to her OnlyFans. That's very important. You gotta do that first. That's how you can even get inside of it. And then only submit one picture. It's like one per person. Go ahead and just throw that in there. And you might win because
angle.
to find the best position. Get you get a 5-minute clip if you win. A great 8x10. I mean, you gotta make sure you go to her website too because she really treats all of her fans and people who support her with the best love that anybody can get. She's really inclusive of all her fans. You want to make sure that she's giving you what you enjoy, and you can communicate with her. She's really open. So, without any further ado, we have this Miss England's own. Miss England's own. We have England's own, a very spectacular woman, Adreena Winters. How you doing today?
Good. I think this is like the nicest intro I've ever had. Thank you.
I try. I try.
I'll be like, oh man.
So for stuff I didn't say, can you tell the world out there who's currently listening who you are?
So you already covered that I'm Adreena Winters. I am a British porn actress. I guess I've been in the industry like 7 years or so now, but I kind of took 3 years out to do a degree. So I kind of did a couple years, disappeared for a few years, and then I came back. It's been good. And yeah, I love visiting America. Kind of my favorite place to shoot. Unfortunately, we're stuck in the UK right now because of COVID, but I should be in America right now. I'm really gutted. I should be in LA right now.
I really kind of want to visit the UK.
Very different.
I've been adjacent to it, in places around it, but I've never been to the actual city. So, But before CW tells us his questions, and I don't know if this is about one of his questions, but your degree in so you took time off. You got a degree in nutrition and food science.
Yes.
Correct? Yes. So which focus was were you focusing going in that? Because I know there's different types of, how can I say this? There's different type of focuses that you can get on with that if you're just focusing on
so it was a really broad degree. It was really broad. So for me, I got really geeky about sustainable food and farming, and I've done some kind of little jobs on the side and that weirdly government kind of non-government organization sort of stuff. Fortunately, they've never recognized me, but sustainable food and farming was what I was really geeky about. But I actually did a work placement out in Philadelphia, working for a biofuels company, kind of figuring out how they could use some of their waste products in food, which was a bit weird, but I did really well with that. I got a published paper and a patent and all sorts of stuff. So
that is That is really amazing. That sounds, yeah, because like I'm really interested. Like whenever I hear someone who has, like, does things outside the industry and it's like very profound, and that sounds very like profound, especially since you were published and stuff like that, and it makes people see that, hey, this woman is very intelligent. Don't just think she's a dumb person. She has brains. She has brains behind everything that she does.
Brains.
She has that education back to back it up. Yeah. But I am going to let CW ask his questions. So go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I guess I could ask it if you didn't just ask it.
Oh, I took.
No, you didn't. I mean, you didn't totally ask my question. I saw that's what, and I was like, oh, sustainable farming. Like, so what do you think about let's say like a city of 100,000 people, and like let's say they're like in families of 4. Like, how much farming would they have to do personally, like a small garden with like fruits and vegetables or different things, to I don't know, maybe cut their grocery bill by half? Because it's seems like a lot of farms are just making a lot of corn, planting a lot of corn, so it's and it, actually fruits and vegetables are getting kind of expensive, so I wonder.
He was considered a crazy company that subsidizes corn. So farmers get money from your government for growing corn. So they're going to prioritize growing corn. And you guys grow so much corn that you're like, let's make sugar out of corn. This is madness.
It's true.
I think it's slightly deeper kind of political problem with why your farms are kind of so corn orientated. And I don't think it's really necessarily practical. I have no outdoor space. I have some herbs growing in my windowsill. Mm-hmm. That's all I can manage. So I don't know if that's necessarily a practical solution, but people can definitely be smarter with what they're buying and how they're using it and that kind of thing. And what I was always taught was that ultimately we do have the power, and what we spend our money on is what people will have to provide. If you stop buying the shit, there's no demand for it. So they'll have to start providing the good stuff.
That's true. That's true. If it's not selling, they'll discontinue it.
Yeah, but it sells because people like it.
Yeah. It makes my brain feel good before it feels bad.
True. And I know for from where me and CW are from, our entire we have we had a beach, and it was not their whole.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about. It's like amusement park, and next to a lake.
Yeah, and the whole slogan was
Indiana Beach.
It's more than corn in Indiana. So we were just known.
In Indiana.
We were known for just having a lot of corn, and there are certain places where we're from all you just see is corn.
Yeah.
I mean, when I moved out here, they're like, "Oh, you're from Indiana, so did you grow up around on a farm with corn?" And I was like, "No, I did not. I grew up in the city, but yes, I did know a guy that had a small cornfield down the street." But that was weird.
Often most of it's really big fields, and it's not sustainable because it just takes all the nutrients out of the soil, and you get really bad soil erosion where you guys are, and yeah, it's not cool. You shouldn't farm like that.
Well, I think it's more so in the Midwest area where we are from, that's where basically the majority of all of our food grows. That Idaho area, the Iowa area, and stuff like that. And so that's, yeah.
But I always think it's mad that almonds are predominantly grown in California, and almonds need a lot of water, and there's not a huge amount of water in California. To me, that doesn't make sense to grow them there. But that's what America grows there.
See, yeah. Well, what we do is we force our will upon it. We say, no. You don't want to grow here? No, you're gonna grow here. We're gonna do whatever we can. Yeah.
It's going to happen.
This is
it's going down.
We're gonna get the almonds. We want the almond money. Yeah. Fuck the land. Fuck the water.
Yeah.
I know for myself, I'm slowly starting to eat more healthy as far as nutrition stuff. And I think it's like decades too late. However, like I noticed it the other day that I'm doing more and more. Except if it's green, but I'm slowly doing more and more. And it's just like, I'm just
eat green vegetables.
I don't know if it's just because I'm around people like my co-host, but like everybody's just making me eat more vegan food, and it's by accident. It's just because I'm around them. But like, literally, it's like basically all I eat now, and it's just like, yeah, it's healthier, but it's not for filling as other stuff.
Yeah, so I was vegan for 3 years. So I was like, yes, this is the most sustainable way of eating. I must eat like this to save the planet. And I was like, but yes, it's not fulfilling. Like you can kind of kid yourself for so long that vegan cheese is okay, but it's not cheese.
Oh, like, no.
It's not.
As soon as it gets cold, or like if it's supposed to be on like nachos or something, it's like, throw it away. Just throw it away. Cashew cheese.
No, just no. So now I try to eat less meat. I try, when I do eat meat, to buy better quality. I stopped being vegan, but just small portions of good quality is what I'm going for now.
Because I know, like, my favorite food in general is chili. And I've been eating a lot of vegan chili recently.
Yeah, to be fair, that works.
Well, that's easy. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's easy.
Ground meat, it's okay with the ground, like, meat kind of thing. Like, when you're trying to think something from a bone, there's nothing like pulling meat from a bone. Sorry. That sounds weird, but...
I'm with you.
It's just,
I really like chicken thighs, and
Oh yeah, same.
See, the thing is like the only time I really eat chicken now, like more so recently, is either in nugget form or in if I get a rotisserie, then that's it. I've been slowly trying. Like, it's hard, but I personally at home do not fry anymore. I haven't fried at home in.
Fried chicken is my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
I haven't fried in my home in like 2-3 years.
I've traveled to places for fried chicken. Like on there's a place down South LA called Louisiana Chicken. Then there's Mild Sauce, but I don't know if any of these places are gonna be open after this whole thing, because places are just shutting down. They're just closing up for good.
Yeah, so that's a good question to follow up on. What are you doing right now to, keep sane over there during the pandemic?
Yeah, so I live on my own, and I managed to put my back out like a month into lockdown. Like usually I go out running, like I was like going out and running 10K every day, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to come out of lockdown like super fit, and then I put my back out. So I haven't been able to do any exercise, so that was like not fun. But yeah, I'm really lucky. Like, I can shoot quite a lot from home. Just, I don't know, like jerk off instructions and all that kind of stuff for fetish. So yeah, like my OnlyFans has been keeping me mad busy, to be fair. And I stream on Twitch as well, so that's quite cool. Like, I'll just stream for a couple hours a day, and my fans will come chat to me, and I just get to game. So
I have a question, since I am regularly on Twitch. What do you play?
Fallout 76 is all I play. I'm one of those people that once I start playing a game, I can only play that game until I finish it. Like, I can't just like hang out of other games.
No, because like I know, like back when it was just in TV, me and CW had a like a partnership on there. So they used to front page us a long time ago until, you know, stuff happens and we lost.
So Rawstarr ruined it. Yeah.
Basically,
should have been a better moderator.
Someone sent us a picture and it popped up, and it was an inappropriate picture.
That was the end. Could have been millionaires, but now.
Because most of the guys that subscribe to my Twitch also subscribe to my OnlyFans, but they're like two completely different people. Like when they're on my OnlyFans, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm so horny right now." Then when they're on my Twitch, they're just like, "Oh, how was your day?" Like they're all really sweet. Like,
well, I mean, like the thing is, like I know I moderate. I still go on there and I still watch it like all the time, and I stream also. And I know for a couple of people who are in adult entertainment, they get on there like, oh, so what about this? What about that? What about this? Whatever. And you're not really allowed to say certain things. And that's what some people do. And it's annoying because you have to, you know, block these people who are doing that, you know? And it's
wow. Yeah. Wow. Well, I guess you have very respectful fans.
You have great fans.
Yeah, I do. I mean, there's the odd person that kind of comes in that just tries to be weird, but I kind of get the feeling they'd be like that to any woman, regardless of, because they don't make it explicitly obvious who I am. Like my bio and stuff doesn't say anything, so unless they already know, it's not. Yeah, they obvious.
Were like, let's say this is Thursday. You know, so yesterday, just yesterday, they did a whole blackout thing for that. They like everybody was like, don't go on Twitch. They want everybody to help stop the sexual harassment and stuff. Like more so females are getting on Twitch because of you know, people who create names like, you know, sexist names, or they get on there and they create like 15 profiles sexually harassing females and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're trying to stop that even more, like what the streamers were. So
yeah, so I do like a Q&A every Sunday, and the first thing that came up on Sunday was some guy who typed in some German and was like, "Say this," and I was like, "I'm not 12, like you appear to be." Like he was like wanting me to embarrass myself by saying something in German, and fortunately I know German quite well, so I kind of got the gist. But he basically wanted me to say I'm a faggot. And I was just like, how old are you? Like, just block, go away.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. Like,
you would think people have better things to do with their time.
Precisely. But they didn't take it as like a personal attack. Like he would say that to any woman or potentially any guy whose room he went in. Like, it's just his personality.
Yeah. There's a lot of trolls.
Yeah. And I've noticed I get a lot of bots as well in my chat that are like sexy MILF. And I'm like, yeah, that's not an actual real person. Just a bot assuming that I'm a teenage lad, but I'm not. So, yeah.
I mean, that's what.
But no, it kind of like the way you did the intro for this with sort of saying like there's more to me than just sex work. Like that's why I like Twitch, because it's a platform that I can just be me. I can get my personality across. It's not just about me having sex. So yeah, I like it.
Oh yeah, you don't have to be on.
And it just shows like you like to have fun, because especially like with different videos. I don't play the one you play, but I have watched people play it. Because you know, and it just shows you like to have fun, like in your not stream time, I mean, not performer time, whatever. And some people just ignore all of that. They just expect you, like, all you do is you wake up, you have sex on camera, and then you go home and go to sleep, and that's your life.
That's it. You don't even eat food.
you
wake up, sex,
that's all I do.
That's it.
That's all you do.
I'm tired. No, you're not tired. You're never tired.
You mean you're horny? You're so horny.
Are you?
I see these videos.
I seen what you did last night.
I seen them. This is recent. It was posted yesterday. Oh man.
Yeah.
So what other hobbies do you have?
So usually running, but I'm out of action.
Yeah,
It's really annoying. I've done like 4 marathons and stuff, which is mad. I used to do triathlon, like long distance triathlon. I've done a few one half Ironman. God, I really exaggerated then. I've done 1 half Ironman. That was enough. That was totally enough. But yeah, I just kind of run now. That's about it.
How do you keep your feet from just like falling apart?
Yeah, I mean, good trainers or sneakers and good socks.
Okay, good socks.
Yeah, you gotta invest in good stuff. Yeah.
I think because of like my injury I got a long time ago, that I really I can't run anymore. So that's one thing that.
So why your feet look like that?
You're like the guys on my Instagram that like, show me your feet. Show me your feet.
No, he's making fun of my feet.
I'm not saying to look at your feet. I was talking about why does his feet look like he has real ugly feet. Thank you.
No, yeah, he's making fun of my feet because my feet are really ugly.
He's got hobbit feet.
Why would you want to see them?
We were roommates at one time.
We were roommates.
And he's on my feet. And like they're really ugly.
Oof.
But like I'm also like a pot of I'm also
Mr.
a
Frodo.
But I'm also a podophobic, so I'm scared of feet. So it's like
I mean, if you seen his feet, you would see why he's afraid of his feet.
Yeah, I'm like that's like I always tell people like there's 2 things that I'm scared. Like,
you walk across hot asphalt with those.
There's 2 main things that I'm scared of, and that's the dark and that's feet. Feet petrify me. Like when you just did what you just did, I had to look away because it would have bothered me. Like, yeah, like that's the thing of
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
No.
I've become comfortable now that I realize I like feet. I hate toe socks. But I like feet.
Creepy.
Yeah, it looks like little fingers.
You've got those shoes. There's even like shoes that have toes. They're creepy. Mm-mm.
And for me, it's not that like the actual foot. If it's in a sock, it doesn't bother me. It's like the actual. If I see toes, it's like, yeah.
See, yeah, I'm very specific. I'm like inside of the foot with a sandal or a kid hanging off. I'm like, hey, hi. That's a nice foot there. Yeah. And then I'm like, I'm a weirdo. The what?
I have a lot of foot fans. Guys like my feet, so yeah.
And like, I mean, the thing I was always joking, saying, I get it. There is a fetish, whatever. But that's one thing that I never fully understood.
Yeah, but I think that's the same with like a lot of sexual preferences. Like,
I agree. What's it like? Because like I know there are certain things that I like that people don't like or find weird or whatever. So like I understand, I get it, but that's one that I would definitely not try
not
again.
Be in. Not I mean, it just. I don't want to get in it. I don't want.
Come again? What you say?
I'm just curious. What would happen if you were like with a really hot girl and like all of a sudden she kind of just came at you with her feet?
It literally sometimes has killed my entire dick mood.
Really? You'd be like, if she's like rubbed her foot across your leg, you'd be like, oh, I gotta go. You have to leave. You have to leave.
I mean, like
I don't do feet.
I put it like this: like there was sorry, my phone went off. There's been like one time that I just said, we can't do nothing now. Like I was ready to go.
And what did she do? Just like put her foot on your face or like on your lips or something? You're like
the thing is like I don't like if we're doing whatever. I don't mind her foot touching my foot, but I don't got to see it. But you put your foot on me, like purposely, like you're trying to, like here down, like
Wait. She put her foot like on your back or something?
On my chest. So it's like I saw the whole foot just like go down. And it's just.
This is a visual. Like on your back would be okay because you can't see it.
I can't see it.
You're like.
But it was too close to my mouth. It was just too close. It was too close to my vital organs. And like my eye it was here. No, like when I say here, y'all, it was think of your left breast. Her foot was right there until you took it down.
Was it a nice looking foot? Because here, okay. It's okay. So that's the thing about it's like feet and fit people.
That's what you just asked though. Like no foot is nice to me.
Oh, I guess okay. I guess I see what you're saying. It all looks like hammer toe. Cause it's I feel like you gotta appreciate feet. Sometimes feet they're just fucked from just like you just were born with bad feet. But you gotta appreciate when someone takes care of their feet. It's like when people take care of their bodies. Like when you see a fit person, you're like, dang, that's a lot of dedication. When you see somebody and their heels look smooth, you're like, that's a lot. That takes a lot. Your feet look nice, okay? You care. You're not like, oh man, these corns are killing me. All right, that was my foot. My foot.
No, but like for example, like CW knows where I was this previous weekend. This person had their shoe off the entire time I was there, and it just killed any move that I would try to do. Anything.
Really? So wait, you just don't like
feet kill it for me.
Are socks okay?
She didn't have socks on the entire time I was there.
Oh, so you're just like
if
I'm
you
not.
put some socks on, you would have been like, oh yeah.
They were facing my way. We were sitting. I forgot what we were doing. We were watching something, and the feet was just my way the entire time, and it was like.
You can't watch Tarantino movies, right?
Huh?
You can't watch a Tarantino film.
The thing is, it's like. I can purposely look away.
Yeah,
I can look away at movies. I can look at different parts. But the thing is, if a person's foot is like moving in front of me, it's not like I can just say he will move their feet,
Just pretend their feet aren't there.
Huh?
Just pretend
that's hard sometimes.
Just
like
if it's such,
the thing is like if I'm having sex with somebody, I can not look at it, but if a person is just like there at a distance and they're purposely showing their feet, it's a different thing. If people don't understand, it's like
why don't you just change it? Just be like, hey, I brought these I don't know, these thigh high athletic socks for you to wear, and then boom, you don't have to look at the feet. You just got socks. But that's weird, man. When I can't wear socks. I got to take my socks on. Like when I watch adult movies and the guys have like socks on, anklets on, I'm like, your feet must be jacked. You must have jacked feet, or maybe it's cold. Maybe the floor is cold. But okay, I do have another question. What is the difference from shooting in the UK? What are some of the big differences in the US?
So I'm probably not a big advocate for the UK industry. We're quite a small market, and therefore the companies don't have a huge budget, and yeah, it's just a bit amateur. Like even the professional companies I still consider pretty amateur, whereas in America they pay you better, generally they treat you better. Everyone just sees it as more of a profession. You couldn't really be a full-time porn actress in the UK and just survive just on getting booked for shoots. Like there's just not enough work. It's just so yeah. I don't think it's a real profession really in the UK, in my opinion.
I do hear that in some places in the UK that it's like not as And I don't mean to talk negative about them, but not as safe with some of the practices they do.
Like testing wise?
Yeah.
So we have we test for the same things as in America, but yeah, we don't have the kind of online system that you guys have. So yeah, you go get tested and it's online and people can go and check. Whereas in the UK, you go get tested and they email your results or print out a physical certificate for you to then show who you're working with, and it would be so easy to like fake that or doctor it.
They do that here also, but at least here it's physically online, and I know
a lot of people get caught doing that here.
Yeah, but some people don't check, and with the entire TTS now working with PASS, it's going to be very interesting going forward. So, I'm sorry, CW. TTS is Talent Testing Services, and PASS is, the network that, most companies use to...
So I didn't realize they weren't working together anymore. What happened there?
They just changed it, within the past month or whatever. And, I know they're charging an extra $30, $35 for COVID testing also. So I'm thinking it's $190 now for a test. So, yeah, $190 for the TTS. And I know people were upset about that because, sooner or later we're not going to be in this pandemic, and, that's one, thing you're going to be tested for, that you might not need, hopefully, when all of this is over,
Yeah, well, I thought is it the FSC? Is that what it's called in America? You're kind of like the regulator, the guys that kind of give advice. I thought they were sort of saying that there's no point testing for COVID because you could go get the test and then get on a bus and go catch it the second you just got tested anyway. So what's the
that's what I know. I know. I was on a phone.
That's true, especially with everything being open.
I was on a video call with them when they had a mass meeting about everything, and I know that's one thing that they were discussing mainly because you can't you don't know what people do. I guess in regular life, but the thing is, especially with that, you can't really test for that, and until we find a cure for this, whatever, or help control it better, everybody's at risk in general. You're at risk going outside, talking to the mailman. So it's
yeah.
And that's in general. So I think that test is pointless, but I do feel that it's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely want to know.
But I know it's
very having some symptoms, but I know people that have gone to get a test a few times. I'm like, why? And then I'm always thinking, what if you're hey, somebody goes to get their test, and then you both go to the grocery store, and they actually do have it, and then, like you said, boom, you got it. And then your test comes back negative, and then, boom, you spread it to everybody. Your grandma's dead.
Yeah, well, that's why it's so different to everything else you test for, because unless you're being irresponsible and having unprotected sex, there's very little chance that you would pick something up after you just went and got tested. But it doesn't matter how responsible you're being with COVID, it would be still really easy for you to contract it even without trying. So
I'm gonna tell you what I've been distracted a little bit because right before we got on the call, I seen that Ms. Winters went to the award show that myself and CW took pictures for, and I've been spending the last few minutes.
Oh, I was there too. Yeah.
So I've been trying to find a picture that one of us took, and the pictures are so small that I can't really see it. And
I went to the lingerie pajama party thing. I don't know if you were taking pictures there. I didn't go to the pool party, and then I went to the actual awards because I was nominated.
Yeah, so
I got there really early.
I took pictures at the lingerie party, and CW took pictures at the award show because I always worked the teleprompter. So I was working the teleprompter, and I was running back and forth. checking people in. So it was a time where I was in check-in. So if you was there early, you would have seen me check you in. So depending on when you got there, I probably like if you got there really early.
Probably.
I checked you in.
Probably. Oh yeah. I think were you wearing like a black suit?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So I literally checked you in for the award show, and he took your picture. So you definitely crossed us.
Hello again.
So yeah, so I've been sitting here trying to find one really quick, but it's like the pictures are like really small, and my glasses are up here. I don't like wearing them, so that's why I've been a little distracted. But back on the subject to make sure we do touch on everything really quick. So what made you want to do this? This give me your worst WURST competition.
Yeah. So I guess I have a reputation for being a bit of a size queen, and as a result, a lot of my fans are into small penis humiliation. Like, it's like a weird, unexpected kind of, I love big dick and therefore I'm attracted, like tiny dick guys are attracted to me. It's a crazy, crazy world. But yeah, that's how that's how it
She'll never be satisfied with me. Oh, I want her so.
Basically, and it's quite fun. I quite like the psychology of it. I don't know, I enjoy it. So yeah, like guys are always like, trying to impress you with their dick pics. So I thought it would just be quite funny to do a competition for the worst dick pic.
Look
at it. It looks like a pickle. A pickle.
Don't be generous with some of them.
Like I remember since I edit people's stuff sometimes, someone had like me edit like a penis humiliation video before, and like it was weird, but I get it.
Right.
And like I can understand why people like that. Like, and then I remember like Howard Stern used to do like something like that. Like, as people come in and talk about how small they are, and it was just like, really. I don't know if I don't know if I could like personally, like if I was into that, like whatever, I could watch a video of someone saying this and that about me, but I couldn't go like on the radio or on video like, yes, this is the size.
What if you're into it? What if you're like, I want the world to know that I got the tiniest dick.
Well, I'm not
tiniest dick.
I mean, I'm not
tiny. I gotta pop it out. I gotta squeeze my balls, the base, to pop it out to pee.
All the tricks.
When I'm 55, it's just gonna be inside me. It's just gonna be inside. Man. Yeah, no, it happens, man. I used to work in a hospital, and having to clean a kind of inverted penis is, some people you're like, damn, you feel bad. I feel bad. I'd be like, damn, like you can't get a check for that or something. like that's a disability. Like, damn, like
yeah, it really is. It's like, bless them.
I just feel bad for the people.
Like, can you even masturbate with that?
I need to get you to do some small situation videos with me.
Damn, like.
But almost like if they're married, like their poor wife, like I hope she's going elsewhere to get some actual dick, because
I mean, like, you just run into people who like.
That's probably the fight all the time. What? It's because my dick's tiny. It's because my dick's tiny, huh? You want somebody with a 5-6 inch honker? Huh?
I mean, some people.
You can't be satisfied. I lick it, Don.
I mean, like, there's some people who just
It's a house. This is a big house.
Who are asexual really, but they're married.
Oh yeah.
So because they're asexual, like they don't really have sex, so it's not a necessity for them.
Yeah, so kind of I also get quite involved with the whole kind of cuckold scenarios as well. So that's kind of the same. You kind of have like a loving relationship with someone, you're potentially married to them, but the sex part of your relationship isn't with them. But you kind of still have intimacy without it.
I've met people into that. It's very interesting. You're like, wow, these people, it's not some kind of weird, like, we secretly hate each other. It's like, they really love each other. It's just, me and Joe have been together since we were 15, and we're just into different things right now. But we love each other. That's my best friend. We did the first of everything together.
Well, no, a lot of people do swinging stuff like that, so they can, or they put up stuff like, "Please come have sex with my wife," whatever,
Yeah, but weirdly, quite often when I see that, the wife doesn't actually seem that into it, and there's nothing worse than like a woman just having sex with a man because her husband wants to. It's just like,
I mean,
a bit.
I would expect that some of them are like,
Yeah, I feel like I've run into it's either I've run into people where it's been there exactly as you described, like the husband kind of is pushing this weird action, or it's like the husband feels like it's his fantasy, but it's like
the reality. It's like, oh, maybe not.
Like she did all the choosing. It's like she like hit you with an inception, and you're like, yeah, I'll just sit over here.
Amen.
Yeah, I love it.
Definitely quite a crazy world, but yeah.
But it's like, hey, okay, well, hey, if y'all long as you were not hurting anybody, this is fun.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I get it, whatever, but it's just, I don't know. I don't judge people's fetishes because I like weird stuff too. So, yeah. So,
Rawstarr likes getting beat. Stop dancing around it.
I'm in like.
You like waxing stuff.
I'm injured now. I'm injured now. I can't really do a lot of stuff that I used to do anymore because of my neck injury. But I loved wax. I loved getting whipped. I loved clothespins.
Okay.
And people, and some people just, when I tell them that, just like what? Or like candle, like especially candle. Well, you ain't the white. You can't just
the
use
clothespin's a bit much for me.
You don't use a regular candle. You use a specialized.
I know.
Sort of like a lower.
Yeah, and like when I say clothespins, they're like, I mean, like it's not that like it's on your penis. It's like down your side, on your nipple, whatever.
I know. I used to date a guy who'd like zipper of clothes pegs, like from like, I don't know what you guys call it in America. Is it the gooch? Like the bit between the asshole and the balls.
Oh, the tank.
From there all the way.
The tank.
Through all the way up the park, all the way, and then just pull it off.
Oh,
I've never done that. I know, like for me, like I usually shave, so it's usually
what? When you start shaving? This used to be all natural gold bond, man.
I'm gonna tell everybody.
Sit on my couch and a dust of gold bond powder would pop up.
Okay, I'm gonna explain two things.
No draws.
One.
No shaving.
Two things. One.
All white powder.
I'm known for it. I'm notoriously known because I do not like to wear underwear. And this is before I even did anything in adult. And this is since high school. I did not like wear underwear at all. So. And the only time I wore it is when I either knew I had to go to gym class or it had to be worn for whatever. And that's why, and I don't mind sharing that. That's why he knows that. Two, I used to not shave, and we got into a random discussion about this amongst roommates before, and it came up.
Man, I shave my Jamil. I shave my balls too.
Okay,
what about you?
And the thing is, it's not right here, but I
don't shave.
I have baby powder. And the thing is, it's since I sweat a lot sometimes, I put it usually everywhere, so it doesn't create a smell or it doesn't sweat. And just particularly this day that I was over his house, I wasn't wearing undergarments, but I was wearing shorts, and so I had put a little bit too much baby powder on, and so when I popped that on his couch. They were like,
on my black futon.
Oh, I love it,
man.
It just popped out you ever see how the road runner speeds up and runs away?
Yeah.
The dust that come out.
Cloud of dust outside.
It came out just like that.
You don't wear drawers, man.
My bad, bro. I did get up and whatever, but hey, at least I was trying to be fresh.
I'll give you that.
I've always said it's to me it's just a little too much work.
What, to wear a extra piece of clothing?
Yep.
It's just too much. You just
because
he's I can't find my way out of these. Smaller
yes.
shorts.
Yes, because back then I used to be more sexually active than I am now.
Really? You really couldn't take them down together. You just was you're like, nah. Okay.
You have known me for at least 20 years. I am lazy. I am that lazy, Miss Winters. I am lazy. That I'm too lazy to take off two things at once.
It's cool. You're owning it. Okay.
I don't know how we got on this, but yeah. So and since I'm shaving now, whatever, I don't. I've
when
never
you decide to start
that.
doing that? Who told you this is gross?
I started doing that when I was in.
Someone's like, this not 1970.
When I was in Casa 215, I started.
Oh.
So
why?
We're not going to be talking about me shaving my junk on the podcast right now. It's hygienic.
Oh yeah, good.
And
glad you realize that.
Most of the time I do,
and it makes it look bigger.
Most of the time I don't do it for my pleasure.
Well, I mean, it's not all about you, Rawstarr.
Exactly. I don't shave for myself.
Well, I'm sure a lot of. I don't think my girlfriend goes to wax for me. I mean, for her. I mean, because we haven't got any home wax kits during this quarantine. We've just been au natural this whole time.
I think porn is a big reason why everyone.
I mean, I guess it depends. You say you think porn is a big reason?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's just old school porn.
That's true.
And they're just out there.
That's true. Because porn has normalized a shaving vagina, even though that's not natural.
Yeah, but also I think men as well feel like they have to do more manscaping because of porn.
That's true. I'd be like, oh, this is too much hair. And I'm like, wow.
But I don't like complete bald because I find it kind of creepy, on men and women, to just have no pubic hair whatsoever.
For me, I like landing strip.
I'm about to do. I don't want to leave any hair traces, any kind of DNA behind.
I like that thin layer of a landing strip, personally, and that's what personally I like. Mm-hmm. But I do know the majority of females I've been with recently, whatever, more so recently, whatever, they've all been fully clipped off and everything. So
clipped off,
fully no hair, Bald.
Clipped.
Fully bald.
No, I know what you hear. Clipped off. Damn. Wow.
I mean, that's what I meant, like fully bald. So I mean, and you know, I get what I can get, so I'm not gonna say. Can you
grow a tuft of hair about half an inch above there?
No, not above.
Can you cut it a landing strip? Can you cut it like Captain Marvel's?
give me a flash emblem.
Wow, a lightning bolt. That was in a Sex and the City episode.
Merkins. You can get like pubic wigs, like little merkins. You can just.
Oh yeah. I'm like you like my pussy weave?
You need a merkin and socks for your next date. Just like a gift.
Here you go.
Exactly. Is that too much to ask for?
Are you shaving down here? Here's your pussy toupee, and here's some socks.
But again, it's like I don't like as long as the foot isn't like in my upper torso.
Back to the foot.
It's not in my upper torso, and I don't have to look at it.
You're saying you're just walking around barefoot.
But the thing is, like people don't understand. Like CW can answer this. I do not like wearing socks because I don't like stuff touching my feet, and like whenever I'm at
you need to wear socks, boy.
Whenever I'm at this table, whatever, like it's a bar behind my table that I put my foot on, my legs on, so like my feet don't touch the carpet. It's like, and he can tell you like,
you know what that makes me think of? That makes me think about Lost Boys when they're hanging upside down. That's what your feet probably look like.
And like it's
around that bar.
See, they arguing after this when we did live together. Like it was like I had like a little coffee table I did my work on. And like back then, it had a little rod thing in the back of it, and I laid my feet on that so it wasn't touching the carpet. It's a big thing, and people joke about like
so weird.
It's real. Like, so you ever see me lean back like this? And I'm doing it right now. It's because my foot's not touching the carpet.
So I bet you wish you could like float, huh? I wish like your whole life was like a Spike Lee shot.
Yes. If I can just elevate that much off the ground, and my feet don't have to touch the floor, I'd be happy. I'd be good. That's all I need.
Wow.
Do you wear shoes?
I mean, I do. I wear shoes. And the thing is, like when I was in Africa, I was walking around like, except when we had to go to places when I was in the hotel and going to the pools and stuff. I was walking around like barefoot the entire time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you not to be playing music.
I'm not. My phone's dying. My phone's dying. Oh no.
So we usually record where he's at right now. So it's since the pandemic, we haven't been able to record there.
Right.
And it sucks because like,
all right,
like all of our. Like
now,
all of our podcast equipment is there, so it's kind of like
we record in a gym.
Yes, he runs CC Fitness. That's why his handle is CC Fitness LA. So we usually record there. You know, we give our gifts. We give our guests a gift for being on. So,
she's gonna show. He's just gonna show it to you.
So
this is for you.
So eventually
we're
gonna say that so everybody who's on could get.
I can see your light's really bad.
Yeah, your lights. Yeah. Girl Scout.
So it won't be these, but we usually give gifts to all of our guests. And by the way, I just saw my baby powder. It's right there.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Like I'm dead serious. Like yeah. I usually keep. I know it was in this area, but it's right there, and I put it on.
You know they have like creams now that dry like this.
I like baby powder.
Okay.
So because I don't have to, have to rub. I just can go.
Wait, didn't Johnson & Johnson just get in trouble for baby powder?
I don't know, But yeah, so that's
okay.
my proof. I knew it was I knew I said it was over here, but like it's right there. And do a little quick little under the armpits, and then once on the genitals, and then I'm good.
How old are you? You're like 85. I just gotta put a little of this baby powder on my wet spots, and I'm good to go.
Hey, let's
go to the casino.
I'm trying to stay dry.
I've got a little bit of a glandular problem.
Okay. Oh my God,
man.
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's like,
okay. So, I can't even get it out now. I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought. I was going to talk about the art awards. So this is was it for this year you just got it, or is it coming up, or is it past? Because in my notes,
just now. You can still vote for me now. The voting is still open.
Everybody, if you're listening to this right now, go vote for her for best solo, right? Best solo. Yeah. So best solo art porn membership. And so just go ahead, give her support. She you watch her. She deserves it.
Vote daily.
Vote daily. Yeah, vote daily.
Vote daily.
And matter of fact, and tell your friends to vote daily, and tell their friends to tell their friends to vote daily.
Yeah.
Your friends. And always your vote counts. We need to push the limit because she deserves it.
Thank you.
She cares about you. Now it's time to care about her. And go ahead and vote. And make sure that, when you're going on there to vote, you subscribe to her OnlyFans and to her website via her membership, because she does this for you. And as long as
our high school president's campaign.
I did.
They're here for you.
I forgot. I always forget I did that.
Help them help you.
I in high school, I'm a gear above him. So for his class, I ran his class president's campaign. He won too. He won.
Well, he wouldn't have been a class president then.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he was during other years.
No, he wasn't.
So yeah. So
actually, cool, popular kids were before that.
I mean, I won, and I wasn't cool.
Okay, yeah, that's true. You were kind of lame.
Anyway.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Ha ha ha. He had a cable access show. It was funny. And backyard wrestling. Even more hilarious. Anyway.
Oh, also, I want y'all to also make sure you check out her. I'm just doing little promos to make sure I get everything out there about yourself before you run out of time. Everybody out there, make sure you also go to her YouTube. She has various videos. She has a whole video up of where she's answering all of her questions and everything. She has a hand washing tutorial somewhere. I think it's on Pornhub.
Hand washing.
They were doing this weird little spoof hand washing competition, and I won it with my weird "Don't neglect your fingers" entry.
I'm gonna have to watch this.
And she just has various other. Cause I was looking at it earlier, just so I can get a different idea. She has a video about for those of you out there who are currently, and this is weird because I've been asked this question too, because people know who I hang around, about how to start an OnlyFans. So she has a video on there about that. She also has a video on there about self-isolation right now. So, you're sitting back, YouTube is free. That's the one. That's the one thing you should only. That's the one thing you can get for. You should get from her for free. Is Twitch.
Just the YouTube. Pay for everything else.
Twitch. You could subscribe, but YouTube as free, and there's a few videos on there you could watch and enjoy, and self-isolations. Most of us are still doing it, so you're not, but that's a different story, and everything else on there. So just make sure you go out there.
Freedom, Rawstarr, freedom.
Yeah, free dumb folks.
Freedom over death.
So I just want to make sure you go out there and support everything that she does, because you can just tell from this conversation that we've had that she's a very interesting, very fun woman, and like all that she does, from everything is for you, and she shows that, So please just go out and give her that love and that dedication that she's known for. So yeah. So I just want to make sure I got that all out there before we hit our plateau.
You got it out there, man. You really got it out there.
No, because like the notes that I have, like I did go down because I know she's also known for her IR stuff, but she's more than just having sex with IR people, like between all that stuff like
it's
that.
A slightly hot topic at the moment as well. So
it
is. Yeah,
it's a very sensitive topic right now in this room. And the thing is, I think I said it last week on a video that me and CW did. That like I don't mind the term to sell the movies. I mind the term as it determining how much someone gets paid.
Oh yeah, for sure, I agree.
Yeah.
So that's my only dilemma with the word itself, But I don't mind saying it because even if you don't say it, it's still IR.
I mean, and it sells. Some of those titles, I'm like, this is somebody's fantasy, and okay, it's a fantasy, but yeah, like you said, when it comes to pay, it should be equal.
Yeah, equal pay, but like I don't mind the term itself. So that's why I like, because people say they want to get rid of the term, but I'm like, the term should stay, just the pay should be.
But what do you look? Because like, if you get rid of the term, what term is going to replace it? And then when you're looking for it, how are you going to find it?
This was so I got quite upset about it all because like all I shoot is interracial, and then they're saying you're not allowed to use the word interracial anymore. I'm like, fuck, that's like my entire brand. Just so I was like, what do I do? So I spoke to like the black guys that I shoot with, and I was like, what do you think? And they basically like, well, we're black men. Just tag us as black men, and then people still find what they're looking for. It's not. So yeah.
Yeah, but I feel that people will still.
I don't know if it'll catch
like,
on, but yeah.
The only thing is right now everybody's on edge about titles and everything right now, and like I get it, but I feel that some titles aren't bad per se. Like I don't got a problem with IR, as I said, but I feel that the term should stay in the image because people like that. People like seeing black man with a white woman, or an Asian person with a black person, or Asian person with a white person, because that's still considered interracial.
Yeah, it's interesting as in the porn industry because, like, if you think of like, okay, as a movie, there's movies that have all kinds of ranges of subject matter portraying like its characters in various different ways. Is because of the nature of porn, is it less okay in certain circumstances? But I guess we have to recognize that traditionally a lot of movies haven't been showing a balanced view of people either. So I don't know. It's very.
I think there's a lack of balance, and I think when black guys are kind of being presented in like a derogatory way, like they're always like the burglar that broke in and raped the wife or whatever, the white wife, like that's not okay. Like there should be more balance, and there should just
And I do know that came up at some point. So, and I agree. We're not always, the guy who breaks in the house and does whatever. And like people always assume like we have that. Oh, you're this black guy, and you have like stereotype wise, we're supposed to be so much bigger, but there are some small guys in the industry, whatever. And
I think my current contender for worst dick is a black guy. He's the smallest I've ever seen.
He's like, gosh, that's the way you said it. So worse.
So you hear that? It's probably still a chance for y'all out there.
Oh man.
Oh, but we have hit our time, and it sucks because I enjoyed having this conversation with you. And y'all, she's currently in England right now. So, and you're in South England, right?
In what? Sorry?
Are you in South or North?
Yeah, what time is it there? Thanks for...
It is 20 to 10 at night right now.
Oh, thanks for meeting with us so late.
Yeah,
hey, this is okay.
And so she gave us her time at this hour, and we are so grateful. We're really grateful for her for coming on. But please tell everybody who don't know who you are, where they can find your social media. You can promote your OnlyFans, your mini vids, your Twitch, your Google Plus, whatever you want to throw out there.
Yeah. So I try to keep it simple. It's generally Adreena_Winters for most things. So my Twitter is Adreena_Winters, but I think I am shadow banned. So you do need to just type it in, hit enter, and find me that way. My Instagram, I got deleted again 2 weeks ago. So annoyingly, I don't have that tag anymore. It's Adreena.Winters for Instagram. Please go follow me because I have no fans now. There's no one on there. Yeah. Twitch is Adreena_Winters. OnlyFans is Adreena_Winters. All Adreena_Winters. I try and keep it simple.
Okay. I'm doing this right now.
Thank you.
Probably.
I got deleted for being sexually suggestive.
There's a way you can get your Twitch unshadow banned, but it's hard to do. It's harder to do than I thought it was for me to do it because when I got shadow banned, I
started posting safer work stuff. I stopped retweeting without comments or retweet my own stuff, all the kind of stuff that I heard you're supposed to do. But
it's one main thing you can do, and I'll tell you when we get off. But it worked for me.
Okay.
But I don't post nudity itself, but I know there's other ways this is the main way that people get rid of it. But really quick, CW, tell everybody where to find you really quick.
All right, my personal Instagram is Christopher_Willie with an IE, not a Y, _J. Anything about fitness and training, or I'm doing this fasting thing now, so go to on Instagram, CC Fitness LA, Facebook, CC Fitness, Twitter, also CC Fitness LA. I'm pretty sure. All right, I think that's it.
I'm mad.
And ccfitnessla.com, which was created by Rawstarr here. Thank you, Rawstarr.
Really quick, everybody, if you want to find us, BurbankMisfits.com is our site. That's the same thing for our Twitter, the Burbank Misfits on Instagram. For me, it's RAWSTARR on Twitter and on Instagram. Again, thank you so much for coming on and spending time with us. And we hope you really, everybody, this weekend is Independence Day, so I hope everybody have a fantastic Independence Day in the U.S., whatever. So be well, stay blessed, and have a great day.